Hey, hey, beautiful people. Missing my earring. I'm on here a little early. I got 3 miles I'm trying to do today, and that will round me off to 10 miles. I did 7 miles earlier today. So, yeah, this watch has been giving me problems all day. So irritating. I'm about to power it off and see if that works. I'm going to go ahead and start. Hey, Kellis. Oh, I didn't even know you heard me what I said. I was just over here talking. So yeah, I finished 7 miles earlier this morning. So now my goal is just knock out 3. That way it can round me off to 10. So that still take me close to about an hour to walk. It was so the goal overall is just really to hit 3 miles. This watch still giving me problems, so I just cut it off. We'll see if it'll at least cut on. I probably shouldn't have cut it off. I'd have been better off just walking because the watch would still get my steps when it's on. It just won't calculate the miles, but it'll still do the steps. I'm about to pause this. I'm about to do all this walking and it don't count. Yes, it matters to me. So I'm either gonna have to look at getting a new watch battery or just getting a whole new watch altogether. Yeah, I had to throw my hoodie on. I think for me well, it's not I think I know. For me working out earlier today, my temperature started to, my body temperature. Okay. I got it to work, y'all. Okay. Now we can go back to walking. Okay. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to order a different battery. So I'm at 3 miles per hour right now to start. Yeah, I got cold. Yeah. So that's another reason why I got on here a little earlier, because I was like, okay, let's just go ahead and get moving. The faster you get moving, your body temperature will increase. So I want to get on here a little earlier. Whew, but I feel good though. Hey, 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 welcome to the chat. Thank you for engaging. So yeah, my goal for today is just do 3.2 miles per hour. I'm not really going off of time. So earlier today, my goal was to get 13,000 steps, hit that. So now my goal is to hit the 3, I only gotta do 3 miles. It was 3.2 earlier, but with by the time I cooled down and everything, I hit another mile. So we're gonna go for that 3 mile mark today. That should put me at about, I think I can probably do that maybe in about 50 minutes. And I had a couple of errands I want to run today, so. I feel good though. I feel good. My legs actually feel better now than they did earlier this morning. So maybe just because my body wasn't totally up and I was a little tired. Now that I've been walking for, I walked earlier today for a total of maybe like 2 hours. So It took me an hour 52, and then of course I cooled down. So I probably walked for 2 hours earlier today. So now my legs are feeling pretty good. Now we're gonna knock out this three miles. So that sounds so much easier than 7. So that's maybe why I feel motivated to get this done. And also just because my body temperature did cool down. So y'all, this is my snack for today. Pistachios. I love pistachios. These are by Simply Truth. So no preservatives. Another good find from Kroger. They're only $1.57. And normally you can only find like the really small ones for like $1 and change. So it actually was a good deal. There are 170 calories in this per 1/4 cup, which is a serving. 6 grams of protein. So this isn't considered a protein, just so y'all know. Pistachios, even though they are a nut, so they do provide protein, they're more so on your healthy fat side, right? So when it comes to pistachios or nuts in general, that's why you have to be mindful of how much you eat. I feel like almonds, peanuts, anything like that, we can just eat, right? You can sit there and eat them as you watch TV, and before you know it, you've eaten like most of the container. So that's what you have to be mindful of. The sugar in here isn't bad. Sodium is 130, which isn't bad to me. Total fat though is 14 grams. Okay, so that's why you have to be mindful, because pistachios are a healthy fat. So do not put this in the protein category. It's a healthy fat. So it's not bad to have as a snack, because you do need your fats. Remember, fats are part of your macros. So fats are good for your organs. It's good for your brain function. And then it's normally your second energy source. So after your body pulls from your carbs, if it doesn't have enough carbs to pull from, it'll start to pull from your fat source. So it's not totally bad to have fat. Remember, fat can also make certain parts of your body look good, like your glutes. Once you build your muscle up with your glutes, the fat is a nice way to kind of round it off with the softness, okay? The muscle makes your glutes look and sit right, but the fat makes it soft. So that's my snack for today, my pistachios. I'm gonna eat some of those later. I'm not trying to be loud with the bag right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and move my walking speed to 3.8 miles per hour, because I'm just feeling good already. I took about 5 minutes to warm up. I warmed up a little faster than normal. But yeah, today I've been in the mood of let's just get there. So we trying to get these 3 miles done. I'm motivated knowing that I have a number to hit. So I'm trying to see what I can hit it at. So if you're walking with me, let's go. Let's get it in. I did start early today. Sometimes you gotta start when you're ready, right? I could have waited till 11:30, which is my normal get on time, but I was ready to get after it. So I decided I would go ahead and hop on. I was looking at, on my computer over here, I was looking at the prebiotics and probiotics. Your prebiotics are your non-digestible food ingredients that selectively promote the growth and activity of beneficial bacteria in the gut. Hey, welcome to the chat. Prebiotic acts as a food source for beneficial bacteria, stimulating their growth and multiplication. So probiotics directly introduce beneficial bacteria into the gut, helping to restore or maintain a healthy gut microbiome. So remember, with your probiotics, you have your good, well, in general, you have your good bacteria and bad bacteria. So when it comes to your probiotics, you want to make sure you're getting that good. Thank you, Kellis. Thank you. Normally Teresa's the first one in here. Her or Pow Pow would have came in and deleted that. I was trying to ignore it, but thank you. Appreciate it. So your prebiotics, that was weird. That's gonna happen. I feel like I had that happen more on the YouTube side than the TikTok side, which is crazy. I would expect it more on TikTok, but on the YouTube side, this is why I say YouTube made me strong for TikTok, because after dealing with different things like that, by the time I got on TikTok, I was like, oh, this ain't that bad. So your prebiotics are found in foods like onions, garlic, asparagus, bananas, whole grain, and legumes. Probiotics found in fermented foods like yogurt, kimchi, as well as in supplements. So your prebiotics are a little easier as far as getting in your foods, because I think most people like to naturally cook with onions and garlic. So maybe it's make you think twice when it comes to getting a banana. So I think that was Tanika who asked earlier about pre-workout, stuff like that. So bananas are actually a good thing to have as far as your gut health. So the good bacteria, it helps stimulate and multiply that. Prebiotic also helps with improving digesting, reduce constipation, and boost your immune function. So I know for me, when it comes to trying to reduce constipation, because of my endometriosis, I definitely need to start keeping some bananas and eating some asparagus and whole grain. I kind of like onions already. I'll put that for the most part. Anytime I cook my ground turkey meat, I'll use onions now. I used to hate onions in a lot of my food, but I think the older you get, you start understanding foods and their benefits. So that's one of them. Your probiotics also, it helps reduce diarrhea and bloating and support immune function. So your pre and your pro. Woo! Now I'm starting to get warmed up, and I'm wishing I didn't put this hoodie on, but I'm only doing 3 miles. I actually don't feel like it'll be too bad. My probiotic, my prebiotic, or something I definitely have to be better at. I think that's something I definitely need to introduce more to my body. It says initially you might have problems with like bloating and gas, but I guess over time, once your body adapts, it will get better. You have to be mindful of what dosage you're taking. But you less with anything, you have to be mindful of how much of something you're going to take. I'm at half a mile. Whew. Or it might be more than half a mile. My watch says that. I'm at 0.65. Okay. But I'm feeling good, y'all. So 3 miles is what's on the agenda for today. So if you want to work out with me, go ahead and start moving. I'm only 0.67 in. So you still got time to knock it out with me. I just hit 500 calories burned for the day. So go me. I think I might have hit it yesterday too. But this feels so much easier compared to this morning already. Yeah. But today is a Tuesday. It feels more like a Monday to me as far as the way my body feels. I did not feel like working out today, so I'm putting my best foot forward today and staying motivated with working out. I know yesterday was a holiday, and so people are getting back to it between yesterday and today. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to get back to it after my trip from last week. Trying to get back focused, trying to get back being consistent. So we're gonna get this walk in. 14 minutes in. I'll take it, I'll take it. So I think I'm probably gonna average about 18 minutes a mile. Never miss a Monday, yes. I try to never miss a Monday because to me it starts off the week. I feel like once you miss Monday, it makes it easier for you to make excuses for the rest of the week. Where opposed to when you get that Monday in, I feel like it starts your like mindset off right. You feel motivated. So yesterday's workout, I think I also got about 500 calories burned. Today I've already hit 500. My biggest thing is I cut my week up. So I think I told y'all, a lot of people like to work out Monday through Friday. And for me, that's too long for me. I look at it as, let me hit the bulk of my workout Monday through Wednesday, because that's already 3 days. So I only work out, if I'm gonna work out at most, I'm gonna do 5, maybe 6. So if I do Monday through Wednesday, I've at least knocked out half of what I'm gonna do, or a little more than half. I'm only gonna do 5. And so taking off Thursday actually works for me. I am working out Thursday night, but getting up and working out in the morning, Monday through Friday, is kind of tough because waking up early, especially if you're tired from the night before, no matter, and I'm not talking about going out or anything like that, but just being tired in general. Sometimes I just want to sleep in. So for me, by having a short-term goal of let's work out Monday through Wednesday, Thursday, I could either work out later on that day or take a whole day off. I think moving forward, I'm just going to move my workout later on in the day. But this Thursday, I am going to work out on TikTok at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and see how that makes me feel. Hey, Pow Pow. I missed you. You've been MIA, missing in action. Teresa was looking for all the fellas yesterday. Kirk ended up getting on, but he got on like towards the tail end. But I'm glad you're on today. The goal for today is for me to do 3 miles. I got on a little earlier today, not by much. It was like maybe like 11:24 maybe when I started. So, but let's see where I'm at distance wise. So I'm almost at a mile right now. I know y'all get busy though, so I always understand whenever y'all aren't able to make it on. Right, we'll see if he hops on. You know, sometimes Kirk gets on a little late. So we'll see if he hops on so we can talk about relationship stuff. Today my goal was to talk about a little bit of health and fitness and then move into some relationship stuff. Kirk got on here yesterday talking about his life. So I'm at 1 mile now, y'all. So I'm 33% of the way done my workout. And that took a little less than 18 minutes to do. Let me see. Yeah. Team Samuel. Yep, back at it again. Papa had a busy week, so I didn't have time to see video. It's okay. I told y'all, I always understand when y'all get busy. I don't expect y'all to be able to make every video. My thing is I'm just trying to be as consistent as possible. If y'all can make it, I'm always happy to see familiar names on here. So, yeah, I got it braided too because I just didn't want it in my, and these braids are not the best braids. I just did them. These are actually my sleep braids. So I braid my hair up at night. That way the hair doesn't get all messy and tangled. And then when I woke up this morning, when I was getting dressed, I started taking the braid out. I was like, wait a minute. You about to walk today. Just leave it. So, yeah, I changed my hairstyle. It'll be in for like a couple of weeks, and then I'll change it for my birthday. Like maybe like a week or two for my birthday. So y'all gonna see this for the month of October and November, okay? Did the watch work this time? Lord, I hope so. So it started off giving me problems in the very beginning, so I was about to be frustrated. So after I got off of TikTok earlier today, it was fine. I put it on the charger for like 30 minutes. I think I just gotta get a new battery. My sister was saying I just need a new battery, and I was like, I think I need a whole new watch. And she was like, I think if you just change the battery, it'll be fine. So I'm gonna go with that first and see if the battery works, because that'll be a cheaper option. Y'all, I'm very frugal when it comes to certain things. And that's the funny thing. When it comes to me, I'm frugal. But when it comes to like my partner or my friends or my family, I'll spend it up if I have to. So, let me see. I like it, stylish. That gives you a Viking style. That's funny. Hint, hint, twin. I need to start putting my twin on here. So I talked to y'all so far a little bit about pistachios, because that's what I'm eating today for a snack. So we talked about pistachios. I just want to make sure y'all understood that pistachios are more of a healthy fat and not a protein. I did talk a little bit about probiotics and prebiotics. I think if either using either or taking them both is good. I was sitting here trying to read because I'm trying to figure out which one I need to focus more so on, a prebiotic or a probiotic. They help digestion, reduce constipation, and boost immune function. It seems like a probiotic is better than a prebiotic as far as what I need it for, because it talks about bloating, and I think that's the one thing I hate is when I'm feeling bloated. Today has been a hard day for me as far as wanting to work out. I don't know if it's a mental thing today. Like, you're going to have your days where you don't feel like working out, you don't feel like doing anything. And I think anytime you come off a trip, it can definitely throw you off. And so I think that's why I'm lazy. That's where it's coming from, because I didn't work out Thursday because that was my travel day back home. I didn't work out Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday. So that's 4 days off. And I haven't taken 4 days off in a very long time. And I did do a lot of hiking. So the days that I did work out, I did burn a lot of calories. And so I think my body just a little tired from that. I'm able to spend money and earn it with a T-Sub. Right, Pow Pow? That's not charity. You're here. It's so funny. How are you doing? Everybody gets on different days. So now we need Teresa to jump on, Kurt, Reluctant Gamer, Hassan. We're missing so many people. But I feel like y'all all get on different days. Honey bun. LJ, I'm here. How are you doing? Good to see you. I'm doing okay. Today's an off day for me. That's what I was telling everybody. Today's an off day. I went to Arizona last week, Monday through Thursday. And so I worked out Monday through Wednesday. And so I worked out those days and I went hiking those days. So I was able to burn a lot of calories. But then I didn't work out Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. And so I think those 4 days off got me lazy. And so now I'm trying to readjust. Monday being an arm day wasn't too bad because I feel like that's why I do arm days on Monday, because they ease you into the week. But now that I'm doing cardio, today so far I've done a total of 8 miles. So, yeah. How is Dante? I didn't see him since a long time. Yeah, he was on here yesterday. He's on here as Kurt. He was on here yesterday. We're supposed to be talking about relationships today. Saw you were hiking on Camelback. We should have trained me. Where are you at, Charity? Where are you located? So yeah, so I'm gonna be posting videos of my time in Arizona. So y'all, well, they're over a minute long, and that's why I haven't been, because I posted my Camelback on my TikTok and my Instagram. What part? Okay, so we're in Arizona. Because I definitely would have came and saw you. I had a rental car, and I had time on my hands. I went to Sedona. I went to the Grand Canyon. So I'll be posting those as well. Thursday, I'll talk about all of this. I plan on making videos of each event I did and then my overall trip to show people like how to make the best of your time when you go to Arizona if you don't have a lot of time. I flew in on Monday, didn't get there till I didn't get my rental car and get settled with everything till about 3:30. So that's why I just went to Camelback, because it wasn't that far. Because I didn't want to have a wash day. It's away from Sedona. I passed right by you. Yeah, because I definitely I was in the Phoenix area, but I stayed in Scottsdale. And then, so I did the hike, the Camelback one there. I also went horseback riding, so I'm gonna talk about that. I did the Camelback Mountain on Monday when I got there, because I didn't have much time. And then Tuesday I went horseback riding. Wednesday I went to the Grand Canyon first that morning. I got up early. That's after I did leg day. Got to the Grand Canyon like around 10. And because the government shut down, it actually was free. So if anybody's wanted to go to a national park, I'm pretty sure it's all national parks, not just Grand Canyon, but it was free. I didn't even know that. I was expecting to pay. And on the way there, my sister was like, my older sister, she was like, did you check to see if it was closed? And mind you, y'all, I had already been driving for over 2 hours to get there. So as I'm almost there, I checked. And she was like, oh no, they're open. There might be some restrictions, but they're open and it should be free. And it was. The traffic was amazing. There was none. Just call and invite her to your apartment. You're funny. I actually do want a coffee. I might go get a coffee today. I know I haven't been drinking caffeine. And I've kind of been wanting a coffee. So I might actually go treat myself to a coffee today just because my energy levels are low today. And because I've been wanting it. So, and I feel like after walking 10 miles, it won't hurt me. So I'm at 1.68. So I'm, you know, I'm over 50% of the way done with my workout for today. So my goal for today isn't necessarily to walk for an hour. It's to walk for 3 miles. So I think I'm going to hit that sooner rather than later. And the thing, well, I didn't post about it till I got back, to be honest. So it would have been too late anyway. I didn't, if you had got on my live when I was working out, maybe you would have caught me. Or if you would have said like, hey LJ, where are you? I'm on the West Coast, something like that. I don't know. Or near the West, whatever, however you want to say it. I would have been able to, I would have probably told you where I was offline. I didn't tell anybody where I was because I didn't want people to, you know, people are crazy, you never know who watching. LJ, if you are ever back this way again, please hit me up. I would have this session. Oh yeah, girl, we would have worked out for free together. Ain't no booking no session. I don't have IG. Yeah, and I almost didn't post it on Instagram. I'm kind of over Instagram. For some reason, with the algorithm and the way they're doing things, mine, at one point my Instagram was doing really well, and then now it's falling off to where my engagement isn't really high there. And so I really was only trying to see, you know, if I did something different outside of fitness. I mean, even though hiking is still fitness, but it was more of like a come hiking with me video. I wanted to see what the engagement would look like. So I really don't care for Instagram, to be honest. My focus right now is still YouTube and TikTok and Lemonade. Well, the order is TikTok, YouTube, Lemonade. YouTube was my first priority. But it's so hard to stay motivated with YouTube because the engagement is so all over the place. But I know that with consistency, it will continue to grow. And that there's some people who've been doing it for years and you got to stay with it. And this is probably the first time I've actually been as consistent as I am. So I've been pretty consistent since April. On fall break last time, so I was off the internet. Oh, okay. So yeah, we're on fall break. Well, some kids are on fall break now here. Well, I do want to come to Italy, Papa. So it's never a never. I will say that because Italy is definitely on the map. So I just need to know what part of Italy you are in. That way I can at least try to be as close as possible to see. Because I would love to see all y'all. I would love to, whenever I'm near y'all, at least check in. We can work out together. We can do whatever together. It don't even be a workout. We can hang out. Doesn't have to be for long. But I think it'll be cool to put a face with some names. But I definitely want to come to Italy. I have a cousin that's been living there. But it's been on my list a very long time. Let's see where I'm at with my steps, y'all. All right. My wall, like, baby, pick up your feet. You're not walking fast enough. I'm at 17,500 steps. I'm almost at 2 miles. It's on your list. How close Are you to Savannah? I think Savannah is like let me see. I think it's like 4 hours away. Let me see. It says 3 hours and 57 minutes. Which actually isn't that bad. Yeah, I do. Yeah, he's been living there for quite a few years, actually. One of my older cousins. Like around my mom's age. But Kel, it's actually not a bad drive. Are you gonna be there at some point? So I'm at a little over 2 miles, y'all. I'm getting there. Y'all know how excited I am. My goal, I'll be there the weekend before Thanksgiving. Okay. I'm trying to think where I will be. It's so crazy how, like, you go somewhere and you think you're going to be near somebody and it's still far. Like, people are like, oh, I'm in Florida. I'm like, what part? Miami. I'm like, you know, I live in Jacksonville, Tallahassee. It's still like 8 hours away. They're on complete opposite sides of Florida. So I always found that interesting. I don't think I have anything planned. Well, I do have a few things planned. Never mind, take that back. Hold on, let me pull this up on my computer because it's hard to see the words. So I can see y'all better. I don't have cousins who live in the States. A brother lives in New York. Oh, wow. Luigi. Was that really his name? I think my message for today, y'all, has really been push through. Push through. That has been my biggest focus is just trying to get through this workout. That was this morning. And I'm always so proud of myself when I push through because I almost canceled this one because I was just so tired from this morning. But when I tell y'all that's how my mind works, if I plan something that I'm going to do, I have to do it. Otherwise, I feel like I'm making excuses. I'm being a punk. And I'm like, nope, come on. Let's go. Get it done. So that's why I got on here a little earlier. Because I felt like if I continued to wait until 11:30, it would just have me going to that negative space of why I don't want to work out. So I was like, nope. Just not names for now. Okay. Well, that's why I asked that question because it is, to me, a traditional Italian name. And so that's why I was like, was that really his name or are you trying to be funny? But y'all, it's always so motivating when you look back on where you started and where you are now. Because when I first turned this walking pad on, I did not feel like moving. But to let's see. I'm at 2.28 miles, and my goal was 3. So I'm almost there, right? At this point, I got like 3 laps around the track left. I got to think about things the track way. So if I look at it from a track perspective, I got less than 3 laps. So I'm not going to complain. The hard part is done. The hard part was getting up. The next part was starting. I've been going for over 30 minutes, so we're almost 40 minutes in with the workout. I got an Uncle Mario too. Yeah, that's funny. I'm gonna post my workout from yesterday on here as a short. I'm a little slow posting on all my platforms. So normally I post first on TikTok. So the workout I did yesterday, if you missed it and you want to do it at your, on your own, you just need to know what the exercises are. I will be posting the short on here at some point today. YouTube, I'm normally a little slow with posting on YouTube because normally I would have worked out with y'all live. So, so normally it takes me a little longer to post it, but I will be posting that workout today across all my social media platforms. I think I only posted it on TikTok. And then I also will be posting my Grand Canyon trip. So yeah, I low-key I kind of downplayed the Grand Canyon because, you see it on TV, and I felt like Arizona, because it's so rocky, I feel like once you see one rock, you've seen them all. But I will say the view of the Grand Canyon is something I'm glad I was able to check off and say I've seen it with my own eyes. I was able to take some good pictures. I had my tripod with me, so I was able to take some pictures. And I'm happy I went. Teresa, you're here. I was just talking about you. Pow Pow was on today. Charity's on today. So we're missing Dante, aka Kurt. Yeah. Part is use short version of those names. For example, Gino. Oh, okay, you got a conference call, Teresa. These names are very Italian. I guess I watch too much TV. And I'm like, yeah. All right, y'all. I'm 2.5 miles in, baby. I got half a mile left, and I would have hit my goal for the day. So when I tell y'all, I'm going to be so ecstatic once I'm done with this workout. Y'all don't know how much mental power it took me to push through today. But it's probably going to be one of my best days. And it's because I pushed through. It's because I have pushed through. I have to go run some errands after this. I have to go to the grocery store. I can definitely feel a difference in my mood, like the endorphins and the dopamines. I think the weather a lot of times plays a role on that. Good Italian. Let's see what the temperature is. So the temperature outside is 76. So I think the weather tends to play a role on how I feel. I think in the mornings it's just that natural, like I'm just waking up. I'm a little, aggy. But normally I'm actually a good morning person. It's nighttime that I get grumpy. Morning, I'm normally like in a good mood. It's nighttime where I get sleepy. I haven't had to take any melatonin. Well, yesterday I didn't have to. Over the weekend I did. I was up to like 2 o'clock in the morning, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I could not go to sleep. So now I'm just going to turn my TV off and just lay there. Because I do know how important sleep is when it comes to recovery. So remember, y'all, health and fitness is all just a balancing act. Your mental, the foods you eat, how much sleep you get. And I posted a meme where it talked about consistency. Being consistent isn't about doing it every day, right? Being consistent is pretty much the majority. And it's about giving 100% of what you can each day. So if I work out for an hour, let's say every day, but on Thursday I can't work out, I'm still consistent because I was consistent for the week, right? I was pretty persistent. I worked out most of the days. It's fine. Or if you work out for an hour and a half one day or a couple of days, another time 30 minutes, you still are consistent with working out, right? The minimum that I want most people to try to shoot for is 30 minutes. 30 minutes is like that sweet spot of doing just enough but not overdoing it. Body had it readjusted time difference. And maybe that's what it is too. Maybe, I mean, even though I wasn't gone for a long period of time, I think sometimes I forget about the time change. I know when I was in Arizona, for some reason I don't feel like my body really was affected much by the time change. But maybe coming back was, I don't know. But I don't use it often, otherwise my body will tolerate it so much. If I start to take it, I won't sleep anymore. Yeah. So my doctor prescribed me melatonin. When I basically explained that what I was doing wasn't working. So he basically told me to increase the amount. But I'm the same way. I try not to take too much of it. Because that's like with anything though, right? You have to like pull back on certain medicines. When I was in Arizona, my friend asked me to get some Benadryl. Was it Benadryl? Anyway, there was a guy in Walmart with me in the same aisle. And he was just talking about how, I think I must have this please talk to me type of face. I don't know. But he started telling me about some medicine he was taking and how after a while it stopped working for him. And that's just what it is. Your body adapts. So it even shows you with medicine. If you have to start increasing, I mean, you see it all the time. If you watch different TV shows or movies, people are always asking for more drugs. They're like, oh, this isn't working for me. I need more. That happens with anything. It doesn't matter what it is. So that's why you just have to balance it out. Sometimes you have to pull back. That way you don't have to keep taking more. So like I used to take only 1 pill of melatonin. Now I'm on 2. And so I'm making sure I don't take it often. The only time I said I was going to start taking it is if I'm up to like, if it's after 12 and I just cannot go to sleep. That's when I'm start taking it. But I don't want to make it a daily habit to where I'm like, oh, I'll just take melatonin tonight. No. I don't want to get dependent on anything either. But I am going to go get a coffee while it's still early. With it being, it's 12:10 right now. So that's my birthday. I always think it's funny when I see my birthday as a time. But because it's still early, I think I'm going to go ahead and get some when I go out for my errand. So, y'all, I'm getting closer. Woo! I'm at 2.85, y'all. Man. One foot in front of the other. When I tell you, if the walking pad isn't more of like the just keep putting one step in front of the other image, because with every step I'm getting that much closer to reaching my goal. So my watch is going to still be behind as far as how many miles I did, because my watch is just slow like that. So right now my watch has me at almost 19,000 steps. And it has me just over 8 miles. So my watch is always behind the walking pad. I usually go to sleep when I hear Donald Trump on TV say a lot of bizarre things that don't make sense. It works like melatonin. Yeah, I just choose not to watch him at all. I wonder how that is for y'all in different places outside the United States. When y'all hear about what we have going on in the United States, I'm pretty sure y'all look at us like y'all are stupid over there. The land of the free. Aren't we such a contradiction, huh? All I can do is laugh. Woo. Almost there, almost there, almost there. My mood, y'all. I'm at 2.95. Laugh and pray. That's all you can do, right? So once I hit my 3 miles, I am going to slow it down just so I can start getting my body temperature to cool back down. My heart rate got up there a little bit. So once I hit my 3 miles, which I'm almost 3 miles, baby. You get no extra steps out of me at that speed. Woo! Y'all, 10 miles today. I walked a total of 10 miles, 7 earlier. I walked from about 7, I think it was like 7:40. It took me an hour and 50, hour 52 I think it was, to do 7 miles walking. And that's because I started off a little slow, so I can definitely probably beat that next time. Y'all know I'm competitive. Thank you, Kellis. I always fight for the civil rights. What was I about to say? But yeah, so total 10 miles, 3 miles on here right now. So now I'm just trying to cool down, get my body temperature back down, get my heart rate back down. When I did get off earlier today, for some reason I still felt like I was spinning a little bit. So I knew my heart rate didn't get down as low as it needed to. Today I'm definitely gonna be making sure I drink as much water as possible. I know I'm gonna be dehydrated after today because I did 10 miles. I burned over 600 calories. I've been sweating. So even though it's not like I'm not drenched or anything like that, it's enough for me to feel it. So it already lets me know my body needs to cool off. You're so funny, Pow Pow. So remember I told you all, make sure you're getting your water in. So my goal for today, let's see, I'm pretty much going to drink a gallon today. And I'm already behind because I already knew. So as soon as I get off here, I'm going to drink some water. Let's see. Where's my calculator? Because I told y'all we want to add 8 to 12 ounces for every 30 minutes. So let's see, how many minutes have I walked today? Earlier today was 2 hours plus 3 hours with this hour. So 3 hours total. So we'll just say 12, which I already know the answer to this because I know. So 72 plus my normal, let's see, 0.67. So the normal amount of water I'm supposed to consume is 80 ounces. But with all the working out I did today, it technically wants me to add 72. So that'll be more than a gallon. It'll be 152. A gallon is 128. So I have to drink a gallon and then some. That's what me shooting high. I did that at 12 ounces. Normally I tell people 8 ounces. So let's just say 8 times 6 is 48 plus my 80, 128. So that's exactly a gallon. So my goal for today needs to be to get a gallon of water. For me to be right on. And to get my body back balanced. Remember, there's different ways to know if you're dehydrated outside of just using the bathroom. So you already know when you go to the bathroom, if you're, the color is more like an apple juice. that means you're definitely dehydrated. You want it to be clear, but you don't want it to stay consistently clear, because that means you're overhydrating, which there is a such thing as drinking too much water. Remember, everything has to be balanced. And then, of course, you want to check your lips. As it starts to get cold outside, we start to drink less water because we feel like we're not sweating as much. But you want to make sure you're checking your lips. If your lips are starting to crack, know that that's a sign of dehydration. Your skin, if your skin is dry. And I'm not just talking about, yes, apple juice. It can get that bad. Or even if it's brighter than orange juice. You can go either one. Your skin, if it has like that reptile like look to it, where I'm not just talking about ash, because that can come just, you know, when you take a shower or whatever. But even if you put on lotion, if you still have that like dryness to your skin, or the way it looks kind of scaly, that can be dehydrated. The minute you're thirsty, you're dehydrated. So it's not just like, oh, I have a craving for, you know, to drink something. It means like, oh, I'm thirsty. That only means you're dehydrated. So I would say if you ever start feeling that, get that feeling of like, oh, I'm thirsty, try to drink water and then go for something with taste. I know a lot of times we want something with taste, but try to drink a few sips of water, and that will help you not try to gulp down as much of like a sugary drink or something like that. Sparkling water, it isn't bad, but you also have to be mindful of that. Any of those like Crystal Lights and things that you like to add to your water, be mindful of that as well. Remember, everything just needs to be balanced. There is too much of a good thing, and there is, you know what I'm saying? So even though it sounds good, doesn't mean it's always good for you. So be mindful of that when it comes to those Crystal Lights. When it comes to sparkling water, be mindful. Because you gotta remember, there's a lot more ingredients in there than just like water and the Crystal Light. If you actually look at some of these sparkling water bottles, they have way more ingredients on there than you would think. So pay attention to that. But yeah, for the most part, just be aware. Just because it's starting to get cooler outside, just make sure you're mindful of your body. It'll talk to you. So we gotta be kind to our kidneys, our liver. Let's see where I'm at, y'all. Step-wise. I made 20,000 steps, y'all. So 20,000 steps. I walked over 10 miles today. Right now I'm at 3.20. The last thing I will talk about is the rest of my week. So tomorrow I'm on here again at 11:30. I'll be doing 4 rounds. How do you calculate your base water intake? So the way I calculate it is I do my weight times 0.67. Because remember, I want you to get 67% of your body weight. So remember, we're not trying to drink a gallon of water. Like, that's not a one size fits all, right? We're all different sizes. And so it should be customized to you. So I do my body weight times 0.67. And that will tell you how much you should get. And that's prior to even exercising. Remember, for every 30 minutes, you want to add anywhere between 8 to 12 ounces. And that depends on how intense your workout was. So, but for the rest of this week, tomorrow is leg day. I'll be on TikTok first at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Normally on there, I do 4 rounds. And then I'll come back on here at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'll do 3 rounds. Lower body tomorrow, you just need dumbbells, kettlebells. I might use my plate tomorrow because it is 25 pounds. I don't know. I'm going to figure it out. But I try to use what you all have available to you. So I'm going to try to keep it kind of cut and dry. Just need a little bit of space and weights. For leg day, I am learning that I like doing unilateral movements, which means you're just focusing on one side at a time. I'm nowhere close to what I should be drinking. And normally we're not. When it comes to protein and drinking water, we're normally nowhere near where we should be. And remember, every part of your body needs water. Your joints, ligaments, blood, tissue, muscle. organs. And so your body has to pretty much portion out the water. So in order to help our body, we need to give it, you know what I'm saying? We got to give it what it needs. And I say that to you, but I'm really, or to y'all, but I'm really saying it to myself because I already know my organs are like, baby, we need the water. So, or sometimes if you go to the restroom and you feel like you really, really, really got to go, but then when you go, it's like not that much, you're dehydrated. A lot of people think right away it could be a UTI or something like that. No, a lot of times it could be just dehydrated. Yes, you can't drink too much water. There have been people who have drowned themselves, so to speak, because they drank too much water. I know there was one person who was like really dehydrated. They were coming from like the beach or something, and so she was just taking down a whole bunch of water. Yeah, I think she actually ended up passing. But you can actually look that, you can actually Google it, where there are a lot of people who drink too much water and your body's not able to process it. So we always say there's too much of a good thing, y'all. There's such thing as too much of a good thing. So just be mindful. Make sure you're just drinking your water in portions. You want to make sure you're drinking it throughout the day, like sipping it, not gulping it, because your body's trying to process it. And if you're trying to, like, you know, drinking water from a water hose or from fire hose, excuse me, your body for the most part is going to dispense that out. It's like, I can't do nothing with this right now. And a lot of times your body, it takes your body some time to process it. So when you have to use the bathroom, it's liquids that you've had earlier in the day. And I would say earlier, it's not that many hours, but so don't just think when you had something to drink 30 minutes ago, that's what's causing you to have to use the bathroom. That can come from like an hour and a half, 2 hours ago. So that's why a lot of times when they say try to stop drinking water at least 2 hours before you go to bed, 2-3 hours before you go to bed, because your body's still processing it. Woo! But all right, y'all, I am officially tired. I'm done with this walking path for the day. You ain't got to worry about me. I am about to go run some errands. I got to drink my water, get my protein in. And yeah. So tomorrow I will be back on here for leg day. Make sure y'all definitely drinking y'all water today. Make sure you're carbing up. Carbs are good to get in the day prior. So remember, what you wanted to accomplish the next day is what you need to be preparing for the day prior. So if you have a lot you got to get done the next day, get your carbs, get your water, right? It takes your body some time to process it. So don't think you're going to wake up and, you know, do everything to do that morning. Give your body time to process everything it needs. So let's get our water in today and carbs, all right? That's our goal for today. All right, y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow. Be blessed and be safe.